Hi everybody, I'm Alex with Wandering Mind Tarot. I apologize for the long time in between videos. I've really needed to recharge and just kind of take a break and focus on, some health things happening with me. But anyway, I'm excited to be back, and today's reading is going to be how your Valentine's Day is going to go. And so basically we're just going to look at basically like what you kind of need to be focusing on, what might happen. We'll see what comes out. We have 3 groups to choose from, which I'll show you in a second. And I just hope that you enjoy the video, and thank you so much always for your support. And if you resonate, please like, comment, subscribe. And this is a general collective reading, so if something doesn't seem right for you or doesn't fit, just leave it. Don't let it take away from you. I hope that you get good messages, and let's get started. Okay, so here are the groups. We have group 1, which is this beautiful red coral heart necklace, which all the necklaces were done by my dear friend Linda at Out of the Blue Beadworks. I'll tag her Instagram in the description below. And this deck is the Santa Muerte deck, just to give you an idea of the artwork. Okay, so that'll be group 1. Group 2 is this absolutely stunning turquoise key necklace. Okay, and this is the Moonchild tarot, give you an idea. And group 3 is this white coral. I don't know if you can actually see, but it's butterflies. It's a butterfly pendant. Okay. And this is the Muse tarot, just to give you an idea. Okay. So these are the groups. Take however long you need to make your choice. You can pause the video. Just remember to go with your instincts, whatever you're drawn to. If you're drawn to multiple piles, that's fine. There might be messages in multiple piles for you. If none of the groups resonate with you, then there's probably just not a message for you this time. Again, thank you so much for your support, and let's get started. Okay. Hi, group 1. So if you selected the red coral heart necklace and the Santa Muerte tarot, this is your group. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and pulled some oracles, and y'all ended up getting way more cards than what I was intending. But that's okay. There are messages that you need to hear. So let's get started. So first we have Vesta Hearth, number 32 in reverse. Okay. Then we have 4th house, home, number 42. We have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I'm gonna have to move this over some. Then we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Okay. Let's slide this all over so we can fit it all. Here we go. I just want to make sure you can see everything. Okay. Then we have last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. New moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Honesty, which I will read in a moment. Oh my gosh, my candle just popped. That was weird. Okay. Perspective. Again, I'll read these when I get to them. And y'all got a lot of these cards. Shift, the way to new potential. The now. Your soul shines. Love this card. And make a mission statement for your soul. Okay. So, your Valentine's Day needs to be focused on yourself, right? You need to focus on giving yourself some self-love. I can feel that you've been having a difficult time, especially with this grief card and the Vesta Hearth being in reverse. You've been going through a difficult time, whether it be a breakup or the loss of a loved one. You have so much pain right now, and it just breaks my heart. So Valentine's Day really needs to be focused on you. So with Hearth in reverse, I feel that you, instead of giving of yourself to people and situations, that you actually sacrifice yourself. This card is calling for you to really make sure that you're not doing something or giving to something or someone that's detrimental to your well-being, okay? And then fourth house home is just really saying for you to focus on yourself, focus on creating a sanctuary for yourself, right? Trust that things are going to work out in your favor, that this will pass, because I like to say, you know, when I'm going through a difficult time or a rough day or whatever, I always tell myself, hey, I have 100% success rate of getting through things, right? And everybody goes through difficult things, right? Everybody has their challenges. Everybody has their grief, their pain. And no one's pain is greater than another's, right? Because it's all to how you internalize it, how it affects you, right? So please, I feel that you compare yourself a lot to other people, like compare your situations, your tribulations to other people's, and just realize you can't do that, because if it's difficult for you, it's difficult for you, right? And don't let anybody belittle what you're going through, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. Don't allow people to basically bulldoze your emotions, right? Because if you feel it, it's real. It's real to you, okay? With these three cards here, the take a breather, let your fears dissolve, go deeper, I feel that you really need to take some time to reflect on choices, reflect on situations, reflect on things that have happened to you, right? And allow yourself to sit with them, allow yourself to feel them, and it's okay to allow yourself to internalize it as long as you release it. But you do need to look deeper into things that are creating fear for you, right? Because a lot of the time, our fears are actually irrational thoughts that we create, right? Like we create the drama, right? We amp something up and make it way more than what it actually is. I know I am terrible at doing this, right? Like I always say, my mind is one of the worst places to be at times, right? And I'm sure everyone can relate to that. Um, but really look at what's driving those fears and figure out if it's legitimately based, right? Like if there's a legitimate reason for it, or if it's just your mind playing tricks on you, right? Um, and be honest. Be honest with yourself. Really take the time to figure out what it is that you want, right? The outcomes that you desire, and for instance, like how you want to be treated, right? Be honest with yourself. You are a king, queen, however you would identify. You are a beautiful soul. You are deserving of all the good things in life. And really internalize that and be honest with yourself, and realize that you are worth all these good things, right? And with that, let me read this card. Honesty. This heralds a wonderful time of rooting yourself in complete and total honesty. It might seem scary to tell the truth all the time with everyone about everything, but when you practice radical honesty, you can stop hiding and start relaxing. The best part is honesty from you inspires honesty from others. What results in a rootin' tootin' trust parade, and everyone's invited, except the bagpipe players, but you know, they'll show up anyway. So I really don't need to elaborate on that anymore. You know, honesty does beget honesty. And if you don't get honesty from someone, move on, right? You are worth that. And I just, side note, I do feel that your self-worth has taken a massive, massive hit lately. And again, just really take this day to just give yourself some love, right? Buy yourself some chocolates, buy yourself some flowers, take a nice bubble bath if that's your thing. You know, do a really nice skin care routine, like a facial mask, or, you know, whatever. Just really just treat yourself, because I just feel like you've been going through it and you deserve that, okay? This card, perspective. What does a hawk see when it flies over your house, besides the family of mice living nearby that you don't know about? What will your current problems, conflicts, complaints look like when you're 80 years old and you gaze back on the timeline of your life? In this moment, you are being given the gift of clear perspective, of knowing that in the end, everything is going to be probably much better than okay. Think large enough and even big issues become small. Become an 80-year-old hawk and you're really onto something. So again, this is really, take the things that you're going through right now and try to put them in perspective. Look at the big picture, right? Let's say if you're going through a breakup, you know, look at the lessons that they taught you. Look at the lessons that you've learned. Obviously, I just said that. But really be thankful for the gift of anything good that came of it, right? So if you got, let's say if you had really awesome dates, right? Be thankful for that, because I know a lot of people that really haven't had a good date, right? One that they can look back on regardless of what happened with them and that person, and smile and just be like, wow, that was a really, really good time. Just be grateful for the small things, right? Be grateful for the experiences, for the any love shared. And even be grateful for the hardships, right? Be grateful for the heartache, because one, it means you're living, right? And two, that means you're learning. And that's the most important thing, is that you grow, okay? So we're going to go ahead and put these off to the side. Oh, I forgot the bottom row. Okay. Shift the way to new potential. So shifting your perspective and being honest with yourself, really going deep on the fears and the grief and everything, will actually lead you to new perspective. And I do feel that this Valentine's Day is really going to be a monumental day for you, right? Like, just allowing yourself that break and self-care is really going to propel you into a better state of mind, more emotional stability, mental stability. I just feel it's really, really going to be beneficial. You need to focus on the now. So really focus on being present, right? And when you're present, that is when you can truly be honest. That's when you can get perspective on things. That's when you're really living your best life, right? Your soul shines. I can just feel how brightly you shine. Like, you are truly a light in a dark world, and you have so much to offer to family, friends, co-workers, just anyone, right? Strangers that you meet on the street, even if it's just giving them a genuine smile, right? You shine so brightly, and please do not ever dim your light for anybody, okay? If someone is bothered by how brightly you shine, that is not someone that needs to be in your life. If they don't encourage you, if they don't pour into you, they're not worth your time. I'm just gonna say it, okay? Just really allow yourself to be genuine and be you. And then make a mission statement for your soul. So I do feel giving yourself a purpose, right? I know I struggle with, if I don't have a purpose in that day, I do struggle with some of my issues, right? I'll go ahead and say I have PTSD. I am a disabled veteran, and I know when I don't have a purpose for that day, those are usually dark days for me, because my mind just gets the best of me. It just goes to dark places. I start the obsessive loop of replaying things over and over and over and not accomplishing anything, right? And like those days, I'm not gonna lie, I'll stay in PJs, you know, and won't brush my hair. They're not good days for me. So always set an intention before you go to sleep of what the next day is going to look like for you. And then when you wake up, be grateful. Even if it's only being grateful for waking up that day, just be grateful. One of my schools that I went to in the military, they told us, every day when you wake up, think of 3 things that you love in that moment. It could be you love coffee, you love your fur baby, you love your PJs. It doesn't have to be attached to a person, but if you do love, like genuinely love someone that day, which, I mean, we all have someone that we genuinely love, even if that's ourselves. Find 3 things that you will fight for, right? Those 3 things that you love in that day, and it can always change. That is what's going to keep you going. That is what's going to create the will to fight and get better and grow and learn and be the best version of yourself, right? And I can tell you, I've been in numerous situations where if it hadn't have been for those 3 things that I love in that moment, in that day, I probably would have given up, you know? So really take that to heart. And it's been since, 2004? So I have done that every day for 18 years. And it is one of the best things I've ever learned, okay? So let's put these aside. Oh, I just realized these cards have numbers. Okay, so we have 29, 47, 34, and 58. Okay, so those might be significant to you. I do not know. Okay, so let's get these put away. I will get off my soapbox for now. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. I have so much stuff on my table. I tell you what, I don't know where it all comes from. Okay. So I hope everybody is oh my gosh, that was absolutely terrible. I swear I know how to shuffle. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day as you're watching, or evening, whenever you're watching. And, okay, we'll give it one more good shuffle since the first one was absolutely terrible. Okay. So, I want to ask what you need to focus on Valentine's Day, right? Because I'm not really concerned about what your day will look like, because this day already just needs to be about you and just really pouring into yourself and recharging. So I'm gonna ask, like, if there's, so what you need to focus on, okay? So let's find out. What does group 1 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? What does group 1? Okay. And I will show you these. So we have the, I'll just show you now. We have the World. What does group 1 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. Spirit has a lot to say. Okay, so we have the Devil. And we have, actually this was sideways, so let's see. Reverse. Strength in reverse. What does group 1 need to focus on? We have the Wheel of Fortune upright. Okay, I hate how the camera will angle that. It drives me absolutely crazy. Okay, what does group 1 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? And we have the King of Wands upright. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. Please clarify the world. Please, Spirit, clarify the world. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Please clarify the Devil. Please, Spirit, clarify the Devil. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles upright. There's so much detail in this deck. I love it. Well, I love all my decks. Okay, please clarify strength in reverse, please, Spirit. Clarify strength in reverse. Oop. We have the Magician in reverse. Please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, too many, too many. Please clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please, Spirit. Please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness, too many. Just one card, please. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please, Spirit. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, and clarify the King of Wands, please. Please clarify the King of Wands. Please clarify the King of Wands. Just one part. Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. And we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, and then the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. Upright. Okay. I just want to sit with this for a moment. I just feel so much pain. But you know what? That's changing, okay? You have so many things to look forward to. And please know that this painful time that you're going through is going to pass. And I do feel that this Valentine's Day is going to be a turning point for you, okay? With the King of Wands upright and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So the Eight of Cups is just, it's such a sad card, right? There's so much regret and pain and grief, but it's in reverse. So that's changing for you, okay? There is light at the end of the tunnel, and the King of Wands is fast action, right? Fast action to getting back to yourself and moving past this, right? And I do want to say your current energy, the Eight of Swords, you know, I know you feel trapped, but you're not, okay? Our minds are treacherous. Our minds, I don't know if you can hear, I'm sorry, but my baby girl, she is snoring so loud right now. I apologize. I don't mean to get distracted. But I know you feel trapped, and, you know, and unfortunately our minds are great tools, right? A very powerful tool. And we forget that we're souls. We're souls having a human experience, right? We're souls that have a mind and a body, right? We're not a mind and a body that has a soul. And our mind, what it does is it basically lives in the past, right? So it takes all this data that we've collected since, you know, basically birth, and creates scenarios, right? It creates our response house. It creates how we're going to, what do I want to say? We think it creates the future, and it actually doesn't. right? So we have to make a very, very strong conscious effort to turn off our minds and live in the present, right? Live in the now, like those cards were saying. And with the world, you know, this cycle, this current cycle is going to end, right? You're going to be better for it. And I hope that this will propel you into really turning off your mind and realizing that we create every day, every moment, we create our truth, our existence, right? So how we see things, how we perceive things, how we choose to respond. Like, we want to respond versus react, because react is coming from a place of usually fear and the past, right? Responding is making a decision. No, this is how I want to proceed in this moment. And you've really, I feel you've been so caught up in your mind that you haven't been allowing yourself to really feel, right? To process, to allow yourself to basically heal, right? With this Queen of Cups in reverse. Our emotions, you know, although they can be treacherous too, because our mind can create emotions, right? But when you really get to focusing on your soul, not a mind, it opens like your heart space, right? Your heart chakra, and it allows you to really be in tune with, okay, what is really happening, right? So basically, you know, joy, peace, those two things, when you feel those, you are truly feeling yourself, a soul, right? Because those are two true, that is like your true existence as a soul. That's what you are, joy and peace. And like, there's no duality with it, right? It's like a Zen state. So I will say, if you haven't heard of this book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. And really take your time reading that book, because it really breaks down how your mind is really your biggest obstacle in this human experience, right? And I feel that the Devil card is really your mind playing tricks on you, being devious, being deceitful, keeping you just going round and round and round. I mean, look at this card, right? The Devil's clarified by, what was it, the Four of Pentacles? And really just look at the artwork, right? Like, I don't know if you can tell, but she's holding a man, right? Kind of like a puppeteer. So your mind is really keeping you from having a peaceful and joyful experience on this earth. And it's really taking your strength away. You know, like, I feel you're so close to giving up, because you don't realize you have everything that you need to turn things around for yourself and have everything that it is that you want. The Magician, I do love this card, because the Magician takes from all of these suits, right? So It's all the elements: earth, water, wind, fire. It's wands, pentacles, cups, swords, right? So it's truth, action, emotions. And I always associate pentacles with abundance, right? So abundance of whatever. Usually it's financial, but I, you know, I always go off of how it comes out in the spread. But anyway, it takes from all of them, right? And it allows you to create your reality. Please know, again, with the Wheel of Fortune, things are changing, right? Even if it's something as simple as you deciding, I'm no longer going to allow these feelings to rule me, or these thoughts to rule me, and keep telling yourself that every time that those intrusive thoughts and emotions start coming to the forefront, right? That's changing for you. Like you're going to start taking your power back. You're really, really going to realize that you are an emperor or a goddess, whichever you associate with. You know, you're really, really going to realize that, you know, you've been giving so much of your power away to others and situations. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, you know, you're getting your hope back. Okay? So this Valentine's Day, again, I know I've been harping on this. Really, really, really just focus on what it is that you want, that you truly want, whether that be, you know, to move past a heartbreak or find a new job, whatever changes you want to make, you know. And then when you really figure out what it is that you want, put together an action plan, right? Step into this King of Wands and break it down, right? Just break it down. It can be general steps. It could be very detailed steps. It's just break it down and then attack one step at a time. Even if that's, okay, get up, brush my teeth, put on some real clothes. Boom. Step one completed, right? And I know I personally feel much better when I do, you know, get dressed and dress nicer. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to get sidetracked a little, but, you know, I used to hate dresses. Didn't really care about what I looked like. And I've been on, you know, my self-improvement journey hardcore since, November 2019. And 2020, I really started taking small steps to to improve. And then in 2021, I realized, you know, I was being stuck in this just depressive, not wanting to grow, not wanting to really move past things because of my appearance, right? And I was like, okay, what can I do to just start feeling better about myself, to get my self-confidence back, to really start standing in my power again? I got a haircut, started working out, eating better, really surrounding myself with individuals that care about me, right? That want what's best for me and will put their egos and selfishness aside to be there for me, right? So basically just pour back into me. And I'll tell you, I'm not where I want to be, you know, physically yet, but I so much good. So much good has come, and just my mental state is just so much better, right? So, you know, basically, I guess the takeaway from that is uh, just start pouring into yourself, like the self-care. It really, really makes a big difference in your mental state and allowing you to step out of your mind and be and out of your emotions and be the observer, right? To observe these things, these thoughts and emotions happening, and not letting them affect you and throw you into a reactive state. So anyway, okay, so I've harped on that enough. Now let's get some guidance from Spirit. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention this. When I was shuffling the tarot, you saw the cards going crazy. You have so much love and support from your spiritual team, from your higher self, from, I call God Heavenly Daddy, but it's however you believe. It could be spirit, source, the universe, you know, however it resonates with you. You have so much love and support, and also ancestors and past loved ones, to include pets. You just have so much love surrounding you, and they all wanted to reach out and talk to you and wanted a chance to pour some love on you. That's why honestly I was only planning on making this video very short, like no more than like 20 minutes, but you know, I was moved by your spiritual team to really just pour some love into you, because I don't think, whether people aren't pouring into you or you're not allowing them to because you don't feel that you're worthy of it, I just wanted to be able to pour some into you, okay? I have a lot of love to give. And I will say, if you want, leave a comment, okay? And you can just say pile 1, right? You don't have to go into any details or anything like that. You can just say group 1, and I will send you personally some love, right? Some love and healing energy, and because I have a lot to give. I have a just limitless well of love to give. That's been one of my, I guess, superpowers. Anyway, so just comment group 1, and you know, you'll be in my thoughts and my prayers and everything. Okay, so let's get you some guidance from Spirit. Okay. Okay. Spirit, what would you like, or what guidance do you have for group 1? What guidance do you have for group 1? Please, Spirit. I'll tell you, my allergies have been so bad lately. I'm in Southern California, and the weather has just been going cold, hot, and things are starting to bloom because it can't make up its mind. So I apologize for the sniffles. Okay, Spirit, what guidance do you have for group? Okay, we'll take that one. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. That is the second perspective card that you've gotten. So they're really calling for you to broaden how you see things, right? We're all guilty of focusing on very specific things, right? Like not seeing the big picture and just fixating on certain aspects of things instead of taking a step back. I apologize. Taking a step back and really taking an unbiased look at things. So definitely realize that most of what happens to us on a day-to-day basis truly does not matter, right? I feel if it doesn't invoke loving things, right? Peace and zen, joy, to me, it really doesn't matter, right? Those are the things we need to focus on. Oh, and I also want to say, what you put out comes back to you tenfold, right? So on days when I just really, really shitty days, right? I try to do my best to at least smile, and you know, I'll make a point to compliment a stranger if I go out, or when I'm walking or running errands, appointments, whatever. I make a point to put out a little bit of kindness, and it has always come back to me tenfold. Maybe not exactly that same day, but when things come back to me, I think about like a thought of something that I said or did, or you know, an act of kindness, an act of love, whatever will flash in my mind, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, you know, like I can actually see how these actions and choices are bringing goodness back to me, right? So, but it's very important that you are kind to yourself, okay? Allow yourself the same grace that you give to other people, right? Give yourself the same love that you give other people, the same acceptance, the same patience, okay? What other advice do you have for group 1, Spirit, please? I'm just on a soapbox today, I'll tell you what. What other advice? Okay. You got the love. Hedarian, I think I said that right. Energy, codependency, boundaries. I just love how I was literally just talking about this, right? You got the love. There we go. It focused. You know, if you have codependent tendencies, really be honest about those, go deeper, figure out where they're coming from. Usually codependency comes from a place of abandonment fears, right, or abandonment trauma. And then what I do is I look at the pain, the trauma, and I take a long, honest look at it. And then I tell myself, it's okay, you know? A lot of people do the best that they can in the moment. And, you know, don't get me wrong, there's shitty people, you know, or shitty behaviors, shitty attitudes, whatever, right? But we don't ever know what somebody else is going through, right? We don't know the torment and hell that lives within them. So I always try to say, you know, when it comes to the abandonment, you know, because most I will say most people aren't shitty. They just have shitty behaviors, right? Separate the person from the action. Love the person. Just, you know, don't tolerate the action. And when you separate the two, it allows you to start healing from the pain, right? Because when you're able to forgive the person and love the person, it's so healing. Like it truly is. And it's okay to not like the action, right? To honestly hate the action. And that allows you to create the boundaries to, you know, let yourself know, okay, this is what I will not tolerate. And side note, boundaries are not meant to be told to other people. It is meant for you, right? An internal conversation and guidelines for yourself. Because when you tell people your boundaries, you're giving them the roadmap to basically play you, right? To continue doing the behaviors that are harmful to you, okay? So, and also just try to always come from a place of love. You know, that's coming from a genuine place of love. You can't go wrong, even if you don't get the outcome that you were hoping for, which also, you know, release expectations of situations and people. Have boundaries, release expectations, and you act from a place of love. And I'm telling you, it will be life-changing. Okay, let's get one more card from Spirit. What last piece of advice do you have for group 1, please? Spirit. Okay. Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down. Time in nature. Okay. So again, you know, take this Valentine's Day to really just pour into yourself, you know, self-love, and just create your peace, you know. And I will say, since this did say time in nature, nature's very healing, right? And I bring this up a lot, about grounding, right? So, you know, go outside barefoot, and you can stand in sand, grass, mud, it doesn't matter, right? Spend a few minutes barefoot, and you'll feel, it's amazing. Like, you can feel just like the negative energy draining and life being brought back into you. And also what I like to do is I like to go hiking, right? Just smelling trees and plants, and just being in nature, hearing the birds chirp, seeing the wildlife really just brings me so much joy, and it's really, really peaceful. Now, not if a bear is chasing you, but you know what I mean. So take some time to really, you know, stop and smell the roses. Okay, group 1, I am going to leave your reading there. I hope that this message resonated with you. Thank you so very much for watching and supporting me. And I can feel, you know, the love and everything just coming from you guys every time that y'all watch. I just really appreciate it. You know, I want to give back for, you know, for all the goodness that I've had in my life. But anyway, so if this resonated, please like, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you click the bell so you get notified when I post new videos. And I hope you just have the most blessed day or evening whenever you're watching. And I love you, right? Your spiritual team loves you, and you will have an amazing Valentine's Day. Okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, group 2. Okay, so if you chose the heart key and turquoise necklace and the Moonchild tarot, this is your group. So I went ahead and pulled some oracles for you, and originally I wasn't planning on having this many cards, but for group one, a lot more cards came out than I was planning on, but their reading was so detailed that I really enjoyed being able to provide that much guidance and everything. So I pulled the same amount of cards for you. I know in the intro I said that this was like how your day was going to go. Group one actually turned into what the focus of Valentine's Day of 2022 needs to be. So that is the direction of the reading, is what you need to focus on. So let's go ahead and start. So we have Mercury Messages, number 20. Okay, I'm going to lay all the cards out first, and then we'll get into it. Then we have Vista Hearth, number 32. Okay. Move this over. We have Honesty. I can't always expect truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. We have last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. Leave the past behind. First quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. Listening. I will read this card when I get to it. Honesty. Again, I'll read that when I get to it. Then we have Prosperities, Sisters, Our Happiness and Joy, number 36. Let's see if that'll focus. Oops. My OCD does not like the cards getting messed up. Okay, What Does Your Soul Say, number 62. Fall in Love with Your Own Story, number 54. Oh, I have these too far down. Can't fit it all on the table. Okay. There we go. And we have Light in the Unexpected, number 16. So I like to give you the numbers just in case they're significant to you. Also, Cancer and Capricorn might be significant. Okay, so let's get started. So, my fur babies are insisting on making a whole lot of noise right now. Okay, so your reading is going to be about a love interest, okay? So whether it's an interest or an actual relationship, or you're in separation, whichever pertains to you. This reading is going to be geared towards that. And it's actually, I noticed after I finished filming group one that the necklace was a heart pendant with red coral. And their reading was all about self-care and self-love for Valentine's Day. And it was just funny that that correlated. And your necklace is the heart key with the blue chakra. So with the blue chakra, turquoise for the throat chakra. Oh my gosh, which is communication. And that will lead to Mercury messages, okay? This is about communication, and I feel with your person, something has transpired. And I feel that it comes from, past experiences that you've had in relationships, or, with people that you've cared about. And, there's been a block on your end with communication, and an honest communication at that. So I feel that you really are being called to open your throat chakra, and take an honest look at what's actually happening, right? So making sure that you leave the past behind, take a breather, and really look at the situation for what it actually is, what was actually happening, right? What your person is actually communicating. I do feel there's been a breakdown, and miscommunications are happening. I don't know if frequently or not, but the current situation is there needs to be a talk. And and you got honesty twice. So actually, let me read that right now. This heralds a wonderful time of rooting yourself in complete and total honesty. It might seem scary to tell the truth all the time with everyone about everything, but when you practice radical honesty, you can stop hiding and start relaxing. The best part is honesty from you inspires honesty from others, what results in a rootin' tootin' trust parade. Whew, let me catch my breath, sorry. And everyone's invited except the bagpipe players, but they'll show up anyway. So you're really being called. And actually, I feel you have not been honest with how you feel about this person. Your insecurities have been creating this block. Your past experiences, your insecurities, your doubt are really, really hindering this relationship fostering into something beautiful, right? And I also feel that with this listening card, let me go ahead and read it real quick. I activate my receptive side and become an engaged, intuitive, professional grade listener. Supercharged listening gives me the ability to not only hear the words others are saying, but also to perceive the emotions hiding between their words. Armed with this knowledge, I will be in a great position to give them exactly what they need, or if I prefer, to dominate the planet. Spirit's really saying that you need to not only communicate honestly, but you need to really, really listen. Listen to what your person is saying to you, what they're putting out. Read the body language. And I do feel this needs to be a conversation that's had in person. So much meaning is lost in translation, right? So through text message, it's really hard to gauge someone's actual intention with what they're saying. So it's easy to mistake a joke for them being serious. Also with phone calls, it's so impersonal, and this needs to happen in person. You need to be able to look in this person's eyes and really foster the natural ebb and flow of a conversation, right? And that way you can also read the body language. It also allows you to interpret if someone's being honest or not. It allows for clear communication. And by doing this, it is going to bring a lot of joy. Okay, it's really going to bring peace and security to your relationship. Okay, and happiness and joy are going to bring prosperity in this relationship. Also, listen to what your soul is saying. I feel you've really been ignoring your intuition and your gut feelings. Like when this person has told you something, you've leaned heavily on past experiences to sway how you really internalize what's being said, right? Instead of listening to your gut when it tells you no, you can trust what's being said right now, okay? And also, you know, with this, it's going to help you fall in love with your story, and not just your story as in you, but your as in you and your person's story, okay? Because I do feel that there's a lot of genuine love between the two of you. It's just really a breakdown of communication. And then light in the unexpected. So with this difficult time that y'all have been experiencing, you know, I do feel it's actually going to help bring you closer together. That this challenge and difficulty is going to help you both grow as individuals, help you with your other interpersonal communication with loved ones and work and strangers, and just, you know, all around. You two can really help each other grow. So this one's actually really cut and dry, so there's not a whole lot to elaborate on with the oracles. So we'll go ahead and put these away, and we'll get into the tarot. I originally wasn't planning on these videos being more than around 20 minutes, but group one just really needed, you know, some extra time, and I want to be able to give you as much time as I'm being called to from Spirit and from the cards. So let's get into our tarot. Oh, this deck is so hard to shuffle. I have tiny hands, so it makes it very difficult. But I do love this deck. Well, I love all my decks. So, oh, that was terrible. Terrible shuffle. We'll do one more. Oh my gosh. Oh, I've been doing so much shuffling, my hands are hurting. Okay. So I'm gonna ask Spirit to give us what you need to focus on, like if there's more detail, if they want to expand on the communication. So basically, however the cards come out will determine, you know, but that is how I'm going to ask. Like, what do you need to know? Okay, what you need to focus on. So Spirit, what does group 2 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? Okay, we have the 4 of Wands. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. Get that on focus. Here we go. Okay, what does group 2 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? What does group 2 need to focus on this? Oh, we have Strength. We have the Devil in reverse. I don't know if that's focused or not. Okay, what does group 2 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. I'm going to have to move these over so we can get everything in. Okay, please clarify the 4 of Wands, please. Oh, way too many. So when the deck starts going crazy like this, I take it as 2 meanings. That your person, well, we're not really asking about your person. but it could mean like your person is thinking of you right then, or right now I would say that your spiritual team has a lot they want to say to you. There's a lot of them showing up for you right now. So I do want you to know that you are surrounded by so much love and support. You know, in case if you ever wonder or you feel a lack of love. Anyway, okay, please clarify before Wands, please, Spirit. Clarify before Wands, please. We have the 10 of Wands. Okay, please clarify the Knight of Wands. And Spirit. We have the King of Wands. Okay. Please clarify strength. Let's clarify strength, Spirit. Ooh, we have the Emperor. Okay. There's too many of those. Please clarify the Devil in reverse. Please clarify the Devil in reverse. Clarify the Devil in reverse, please, Spirit. A lot is wanting to be said right now. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And clarify the Five of Cups. Oh, too many. Too many. Oh, I don't like it when my cards get all messed up. Okay. I am OCD so bad. So it drives me crazy. Okay. Clarify the Five of Cups in reverse, please, Spirit. Clarify the Five of Cups in reverse. Just one card, please. Clarify. Oh, here we go. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And the bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay. I do want to start with the bottom of the deck energy, the Hanged Man. This stuck feeling that you've been having, and I feel that you've been having it, you know, for a little while. That's going to end. The relationship is definitely going to start moving forward again, because you have a lot of wand energy, which is, you know, moving forward, action, things like that. I will say with the 10 of Wands, this being stuck has just exhausted you. And I feel it's also exhausted your person. It's created a lot of internal drama and conflict for you. And that's going to end, okay? The issues that y'all have been having recently is coming to an end, those challenges, because with the opening of communication between you two and having honest, real conversations is going to lead you to a new level in your relationship, right? It's going to transition you from being a knight of action towards each other to being a king, right? So being very resolved in your desire for each other and the desire to make things work and to grow and just move things forward. You know, you're gonna have a newfound strength to really, both of you, step into your power and stop living in the past and living with these regrets and just the grief on both of your ends, right? That is changing with this open line of communication between you two, and it's going to propel you into a new level of your relationship, so a higher level of commitment, a celebration, right? It could possibly lead to a proposal. I'm not saying on Valentine's Day. I'm just saying Valentine's Day is going to be very, very pivotal in your relationship, right? So I would say start preparing now to really have a long conversation with them, like get everything off your chest, allow them to get everything off of theirs, and you know, take this opportunity to really truly bond, because I do feel a very strong, just solid connection between you two if you both would get out of your own way, right? We are our own worst enemies. We are, I speak from personal experience. You know, I create most of the problems I have in relationships, right? Like, even though I might be in a great mood, I don't always talk with a pleasant tone, right? I like to say I have RBV, resting bitch voice. So, you know, it automatically puts people on the defensive, and you know, or, you know, they'll get attitude. And I'm like, whoa, I was just, you know, trying to have a normal conversation or just making a statement. And it's created a lot of turmoil for me. And I kind of get the feeling that you might suffer from RBV too, and RBF, resting bitch face, which, funny side note, I get medical Botox for my migraines. So in my forehead, I get Botox, right? So now I can't make my mean face. You know, I can't do my death stare effectively. So I lost my RBF, which I'm not complaining. That's been a very big problem for me my entire life. But anyway, you know, so really focus on having a sweet tone and having gentle energy, right? So we all have masculine and feminine energy in us. I feel this Valentine's Day, for this conversation with your person, you really need to step into your feminine energy and really welcome that nurturing, compassionate, empathetic side to you, and really just welcome them and whatever they need to say so that they can heal and move forward as well. Really put that energy out there and create that safe space for both of you. Because when we set an intention with ourselves of how we're going to respond, not react, in situations, we take our power back, right? We really step into our emperor and empress power. And it allows us to be the masters of our story, right? It allows us to create what it is that we want, right? Manifesting what we want. So clearly set the intention, the energy. You know, if you need to write down, you know, things that you want to make sure that you say, you know, write it down, and then even elaborate on paper, you know, like really, because I know for me, I don't speak very well a lot of the time. My mind goes entirely too fast for me to be able to keep up with everything. And I have really bad ADHD too. And so like, I need to write stuff down because I get totally sidetracked. I'll talk about 100 different things before I get back to the point of what it is, what it was I was trying to say. But you know, write it down so that you can be concise. And, you know, for, like I was saying, for me, I write much better than how I speak. And, you know, that's a little bit of advice that, you know, I'll give you is write it down. You don't necessarily have to read directly from it, but it at least, you know, gives you a guideline and a baseline for, you know, what it is that you want to accomplish. Yeah, that's actually all the messages I'm getting from the tarot, really. Your pile is really concise. So let's get advice from Spirit. Anything else that they want to say to you? Okay. What other advice do you have for group 2, Spirit, or anything that I'm missing? Oh, with the Four of Wands, I do want to point out that this is known as the 1111 card. Let me show you. So the wands, usually, you know, they make the 1111. So this could be a spiritual connection as well. Like, I do feel that it's a very solid, deep connection between you two, and it very well could be spiritual. I know, depending on the cards that come out, you know, sometimes this is a twin flame card for me, or soulmate card. You know, it just depends on what type of reading. But it also represents like weddings, right? Or, you know, big celebrations. So, you know, that could be something for you to pay attention to going forward. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe you have a friend or a family member getting married. Invite your person, you know, let them join you in that celebration of love, right? And it could actually bring you closer. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Oh, and also with the Devil, I do feel you've been repressing a lot of desire for your person. I'm not sure why. I think you've really just been trying to keep yourself closed off due to your, you know, past experiences. Really, really allow that to come out, because I feel it's affecting your person, and it's affecting them wanting to, you know, be forthcoming with their emotions and desires and everything. So really clear that blockage, which could be it was definitely a root chakra blockage. But, you know, really, you know, it's better to show them your desire. But anyway, yeah, be more forthcoming with how much you want them, like physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of that. Okay. What other advice do you have for group 2 with Spirit, or anything that I missed? Oh my gosh, my baby girl is snoring so loud. I don't know if y'all can hear that. She's a bully, like the breed, a bully staffy. So she snores so bad. Anyway, what other advice do you have for group 2, please, Spirit? What other advice do you have for group 2, please, Spirit? Oh, good. Okay. We'll take that one. I kept wanting to come out. Oh, wait. It was the one behind it. I didn't realize there were 2 cards here. Oh my gosh, she is snoring so loud. Okay, this is the one I was feeling. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. This is Spirit, divine, source, God, however you resonate with it. This is them really calling you to surrender to this connection, okay? And really opening yourself up to have more extreme experiences, right? Especially with this person. That's how you know you're living, right? We have to open ourselves up and be vulnerable to really have the most in-depth experiences that we can, right? And to the most significant ones, the more meaningful ones. We really have to open ourselves up and be vulnerable. So they're really, really saying you need to be more vulnerable. Okay, what other advice do you have for group 2, Spirit? What other advice do you have for group 2? Please. What other advice do you have? Okay, we have lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Okay, so you definitely have known this person from a previous lifetime. This is just furthering what I was feeling about it being a soul connection. This person is meant to be in your life. For how long is up to you and your person, and that all depends on what you're both willing to put in and receive, because you have to receive just as much as you give, right? And your person has to do the same. But there are lessons you two need to learn together, and I really feel you both are monumental for each other's growth. So just really lean back on that trust, your intuition, your gut. Really lean heavy into that when you start having the self-doubt and negative self-talk, and when your mind tries to bring the past into the present, right? We want to be in the moment, in the now. You're a soul with a mind and a body. You're not a mind and a body with a soul. So the mind lives in the past. It lives on patterns. It lives on just reliving and those things. That's why there's being reactive and there's being responsive. Reactive means that's your mind having control, and you're just going to keep repeating cycles. When you respond, that is you stepping into the observer position and or frame of mind, I guess, for lack of better saying, but it allows you to see those thoughts and see those triggering emotions from those thoughts, and it allows you to choose and take your power back, step back into that emperor, empress energy, okay? Owning basically yourself, right? Your actions, owning your thoughts, emotions, all of that. So it just allows you to, how do I want to say this? Okay, see, lost my train of thought with that one. I've harped on that enough. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. A good book, just so you know, if you want to learn how to start turning off your mind and being more present, is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Excellent book, life-changing. Okay, let's get one more piece of advice from Spirit, please. What last piece of advice? Oh, here we go. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Okay. You two definitely are going to trigger, if you haven't already, an awakening in each other, a spiritual awakening. If you resonate as a twin flame, this would be your confirmation. This and the Four of Wands would definitely be confirmation for a twin flame. or it could just be a soulmate, right? Because soulmates can trigger a spiritual awakening too. And I'm going to go ahead and take this one to Messenger. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So you two are definitely, once you open these lines of communication, y'all are definitely going to help each other in the relationship become balanced and harmonious, and just allow it to be this beautiful co-creation between each other. Okay, so that is all I'm getting right now. Actually, I didn't do this for group 1, but I actually do. I just want to see. This is the Romance Angels deck. I want to see something. This is more of a curious thing for me. I want to see what this deck has to say about your connection. Okay. What does group 2 need to know about this connection? Please, Spirit. What does group 2 need to know about this connection? Okay, this is what I wanted to know. Okay, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Let's get that to focus. Okay, so there you go. This is another confirmation that this could be a soulmate twin flame situation. So anyway, whichever one you resonate with. So I'm going to leave your reading there. Thank you so very much for taking the time to watch. I hope that this resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you click the bell notification so that you get notified when I upload new videos. As long as my health allows it, I do want to post a video a week. I did just start school back up, so it might be a couple weeks before I post another video. But anyway, again, thank you. I hope you have the most wonderful evening or day whenever you're watching. And just thank you so much. Okay, bye. Hi, group 3. Okay, so if you picked the white coral and butterfly pendant and the Muse tarot, this is your pile. I will say I noticed after group 1 and with group 2 that the necklace actually correlated with the theme of the reading. So like group 1 was about self-care, self-love for Valentine's Day. Group 2 was about open communication and with their special person for Valentine's Day. And I will say that so far your necklace actually goes with your reading so far. Now I will say, when I was shuffling your oracles, there's 2 ways we can take this. We can take this as this is pertaining to a love interest, like your special person, or just people in general, right? With that, we will get into it. Okay, so we have first Neptune Vision, number 26 in reverse. Okay, then we have Cancer Immerse, number 4 in reverse. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Are you going to focus? There we go. Move that down some. Okay, then we have Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Okay, New moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. Full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Oh, this card is so beautiful. Scorpions might be significant to you as well. First quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. Humility. I will read this when I talk about the card. Maturity. If I can speak, that would be lovely. Unstick the stuck, number 46. Let me move these up some. I'm running out of room on the table. There we go. Okay. Raw intention, number 22. Find your sacred flow, number 12. And your living poetry, or you are living poetry, number 32. Okay. So, let's start with, I'm not even going to say I feel. I know you do not like being vulnerable, group 3. You are like the crab, okay? You have a very hard, rough exterior, but you are just so soft and mushy inside. Like, you have such a gentle heart, and a beautiful heart, and that is just right off the bat, the biggest thing is be more vulnerable, okay? Which is going to lead you to being more peaceful, right? Being able to come more of a place of love than self-defensiveness, okay? Being able to breathe through the tension. So when you're having interactions with people, it allows you to take that step back and not always look at your interactions as being confrontational or hostile, right? Because we get stuck in a state of mind that we basically perpetuate what it is that our mind sees the most, right? So if you're constantly seeing the illusion of conflict, that's what you're going to create, right? That is what that's the intention that you're setting for your interactions with people. So it's very, 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 very important that you honor your feelings, right? Really sit with them, allow them to come out. Take a mature approach to your interactions with people, okay? And with that, let me read this card. I make peace with the tough relationships of my past. I probably would have skipped the pain they came with, but I am grateful for the lessons they brought me. Because of those tough relationships, I can look back at the mosaic of life, asterisk, and see value in even the most broken pieces, double asterisk. Okay, so with the asterisk, first one, internet stalked my exes, and then the double asterisk, I really dodged a bullet. Okay, so with that maturity, you're really going to take a more humble approach to your interactions. I take a deep breath and release all of my desire to be right. Without right, what's left? a soft, pliable version of me that's willing to make mistakes, hear other people's opinions, and try doing stuff a different way. In other words, I get to take a pretty sweet, all-inclusive brain vacation. Asterisk. Some restrictions apply depending on the current tenacity of my ego. So I do feel that that's, really, really important to note that your ego, is creating all this drama for you, right? It's keeping you stuck in this loop of how do I want to put this? Undesirable interactions, okay? To change that, you have to step up and lead, right? You have to become what it is that you want to attract, right? So what you put out into the universe is what's going to come back to you, right? And I can speak from personal experience, with my past traumas and past relationships and just everything. I can attest that I was approaching people in general as always thinking they were going to negatively impact me, right? Like they had ill intention or being dishonest, not being genuine. And that's what I got, right? And plus, because I'm a Pisces, but I'm not your typical Pisces, right? Like I do have very deep emotions, and I'm a very emotional creature, but I just recently, within the last couple years, really started to, actually, I wouldn't even say couple years, last year, I really realized, like, oh wow, I have been creating most of my problems, right? With how I approach things in general, right? And when I started adjusting my mindset and my approach, things got exponentially better. And I feel that you are very envious of others, right? Two scenarios. So I feel you are envious of people you see on social media. Well, let me tell you, social media is not real life, right? That is the front that people want to portray. And people usually will always put their best foot forward for social media. People want the others to have the illusion of their life is perfect. They don't have problems. They, there's no conflict, that their life is just peaches and cream. But just know that's not real, okay? Everybody has challenges. Everybody has issues and pain, and that is one thing that unites us as a human race, right? We all have difficulties, and nobody's difficulty is more or less than anybody else's, right? Because it's how it affects you, right? So how something affects me will be different than how it affects another person. That doesn't make it any less or any more than anybody else's, right? We all handle things differently, and that's where the humility will come in as well. And maturity it's going to help you realize that when you come from a place of love, because everybody needs love, okay? Deep down, that's, everybody wants love, like with the envy with the social media. If they didn't want the like words of affirmation from people, the affirmations, or that's what I just said, um, the oohs and ahs, and basically the dopamine hit, right? Um, of people liking their posts, commenting, whatever, sharing. Uh, if deep down they weren't looking for acceptance and love, they wouldn't do it, right? Um, Now there are those of us who use social media as more of of trying to help others, right? Um, but we all get a dopamine hit when a video gets a lot of likes and a lot of comments and shares and things like that. But anyway, um, by you cracking your shell and being more open and vulnerable and really honoring how you feel about things, because keep in mind, how you feel is how you feel. When you feel it, it's real. It's real to you. Side note, don't ever let anybody diminish how you're feeling, right? Don't let them try to convince you that it's wrong or that you shouldn't be feeling anything. Um, that is just someone that you honestly should distance yourself from, because that's not somebody who has good intentions for you. Also, it's important that if you want people to open up and be vulnerable with you, you need to usually step up and lead, right? You need to create that safe space for that individual to come forward with how they're feeling and honest thoughts and how they feel about. Oh, I just kicked the camera. I apologize. Oh, I just remembered the second envy. I do feel you're also envious of how others can be vulnerable, express themselves, have these healthy relationships with people. Um, you need to realize, and I'm going to be kind of harsh here, that's on you. You are the only one that can lower the walls and set the intention of having open, honest communication and really building these bonds with people. Um, Finding your sacred flow. That is allowing emotions and thoughts to run through you. And instead of you being in a reactive state of mind, being responsive, right? Responding. That's you being the observer, observing, okay, these thoughts, now let me go into your mind, is a tool, right? It lives in the past. So it basically creates patterns, and that's how it wants to react to scenarios. Um, you have to choose to stop that cycle and say, no, regardless of what happened in my past, this is how I'm choosing to move forward. I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing love. I'm choosing to be authentic, right? That's how I want to respond. And when I say observer, we are souls, right? We're souls having a human experience. So we are souls with a mind and a body. We are not minds and bodies with a soul, okay? And I want to harp on this one for a minute. You are living poetry. I feel you do not give yourself nearly enough credit, right? I feel you are incredibly difficult on yourself, that you do not allow yourself the same patience and grace that you afford others, right? I feel you're very gracious with other people and so very quick to turn to negative talk and deprivation and condemnation. You really need to see and embrace the beauty that is you, okay? You are such a beautiful, beautiful soul. And, you need to know your worth. You need to know that you are a divine creation. Okay, so whether that be God, spirit, universe, however you relate to it, or source, you're divine, right? And you deserve to have all the good things. You deserve to have those beautiful relationships and feel joy, love, and peace, and, you know, really just have a great human experience. And, you know I harped more on just in general, but if this is for a specific love interest, if that relates more to you, um, everything I was saying, you know, just take that and apply it to your love interest. But I say this is way bigger than just one particular person. This is you needing to open yourself up to the world, right? Still have boundaries, you know, and with boundaries, that is an internal conversation and guidelines that you have for yourself of what you will and won't tolerate. It is not for you to share with other people, because people do shitty things, okay? If you tell people your boundaries, you are giving them the roadmap to basically suck you in and keep you in an unhealthy attachment, right? Which I feel has been a big area that needs improvement for you. So, you know, stop letting people know your boundaries. That's for you, okay? That's an internal conversation. So know you are so worthy, so loved. Oh, and by the way, when I was shuffling your oracles, the decks were going insane. Like, tons of cards were flying out. They were shuffling really messily in my hands, and I'm taking that as your spiritual team really had a lot to say, and you know, they really want you to know that you are so loved and supported. And anytime you feel unworthy, or you know, you're getting down on yourself, beating yourself up, it's okay to reach out to your spiritual team. You know, it could be ancestors, spiritual guides, angels. I call God Heavenly Daddy. That's personally what I believe, but I call him Heavenly Daddy. Jesus, you know, whatever resonates with you, reach out. You just reach out to them, you know, have a conversation with them. Just be like, hey, I'm really struggling right now. I could really use, you know, some love and support. And you would be amazed at how quickly they respond. And I know when I'm having really, really, really tough moments, you know, I reach out to my spiritual team, and almost instantly I, you know, have a wave of peace and acceptance and love, and support. So, you know, I can feel it. So I'm trying to think. There was another message they wanted to come through, and it just left my head. ADHD is real. Okay. I don't want to move forward until that thought comes back. If it's going to, let me just sit here for a moment. See if it'll come back. I don't think it is, unfortunately. So if it comes to me again, I will randomly just blurt it out. Okay, so we'll clear this off. Let me just make sure there's no more messages. Okay, let's clear this off and get into your tarot. Okay. My allergies are so bad this morning, evening. Well, I haven't really slept, so for me, it's still evening. Ooh, cards are going crazy. See, I told you. The decks are just going crazy on this pile. Okay, so I am going to ask Spirit what you need to focus on. Okay, if there's anything that I missed, if I get, you know, of a particular situation or event happening, I will mention that. But so far, in the other two groups, nothing like that came out. It's been, you know, just basically what you need to focus on and guidance. But anyway, let's see what tarot says. Okay. What does group 3 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? Holy Spirit. Okay, that is a lot of cards. We have the Emperor. Let's see if that focuses. Okay. What does group 3 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? Okay. Ironically, this card was turned up underneath the Emperor, but I don't always get called to pull all the cards that are face up, and every time a card was meant to come out, no joke, it's happened quite a bit. The card will come up, like actually come out by itself. But anyway, this is the World Cosmos. It's the World Cosmos. So the World card in reverse. Okay, what does group 3 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? What does group 3 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? Okay, Spirit. Ooh, that came out fast. Okay, we have the 10 of Emotions. So the 10 of Cups in reverse. Beautiful card. All my decks are gorgeous. I'm a little biased, but I do have to have a connection with my decks to purchase them. Anyway, okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Group 3. What do they need to focus on in this Valentine's Day, Blue Spirit? Okay. We have the Ace of Materials. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What does group 3 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? Spirit. What does group 3 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? Oh, too many. Too many. What does group 3 need to focus on this Valentine's Day? Okay. Let's see. Reverse. Okay, so we have Temperance in reverse. I can't tell if that's focused or not. Okay. There we go. Please clarify the Emperor. Clarify the Emperor, please. That. Okay, so we're going to take Magician upright. Can't tell. There we go. Please clarify the World Cosmos in reverse. We have the 9 of Inspiration. So 9 of Wands. I cannot tell if that's focused. Okay. I don't feel this card is supposed to be out, at least not yet, but I do feel it's important to comment on it. It's the Moon. Trust your intuition, okay? Your intuition will tell you so much about people's intentions. Really, really start listening to your gut and intuition, okay? What your gut is your intuition. Okay, please clarify the 10 of Emotions in reverse. We have the 2 of Inspiration, 2 of Wands. Please clarify. Ace of materials in reverse. Okay, oh, we have the sun in reverse. Okay, that card obviously wanted to come out. We have the Ace of Emotions. I'm actually just going to stick this one down here because I don't feel it's meant to clarify. But it obviously wanted to come out. Okay, please clarify Temperance in reverse. Please clarify Temperance in reverse. Okay, we're going to take Strength in reverse. And we have Muse of Emotions. So the King of Cups. And I'm going to stick that down here with the Ace of Emotions, because that's not meant to clarify anything. Okay, and your bottom of the deck is Three of Inspirations in reverse. So Three of Wands in reverse. Okay. Let me just see where I want to start here. Let me see. I want to start with the Two of Inspiration. So you have a decision to stay, you know, guarded with your walls up, not allowing anybody in, or choosing to be vulnerable, express yourself authentically and openly, you know, with love, so that you can actually receive that, right? So you have to give it to receive it, and receive it to give it. You have a choice, and you are a deeply emotional person, and you need to know that it is okay to feel your emotions. It's okay to express them and put them out into the world, because you are an emperor. That can be male or female, or however you identify. It's just energy. It's not, you know, what you identify as. But anyway, you are this emperor, right? And not only that, the magician. The magician takes, you know, all of the suits. So cups, wands, swords, and pentacles, right? Combines all of them, right? So it takes like the positive attributes of all of these things and combines them. So not only are you the emperor, you're the magician and the king of emotions, right? King of cups. So you are a Billy Badass of I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise. A Billy Badass of being able to basically create what it is that you want, right? And I know that if you come from authentic, loving place, sure, there's shitty people, right? You're going to get negative responses every once in a while. But when you put love out, a lot of the time that's what you're going to get back, even from strangers, right? And I do want to point out that the Ten of Emotions, which is the epitome of a solid, healthy, long-term, so lifelong relationship, romantic relationship, is being blocked right now because of this choice that you need to make. you are the one standing in your way of what I feel is your most deep desire, which is to have that solid, healthy relationship, lifelong partnership with your special person, okay? And when you really step into your power, that is when your person, whether you already know them or not, if you're in a relationship with them yet or not, that is when they're really going to be able to offer you, like make you a solid emotional offer, right? Like I said, you have to create that safe space for others to give what it is that you want, right? You have to lead by example. Oh, that's funny. Speaking of offers, your offer is being blocked. The Ace of Materials is basically like an offer. It's being blocked because, you know, you haven't been willing to really open yourself up and shine the way you should, right? Like just allowing all that love that you have inside, all that goodness and positivity and hope that you have, you know, you're unbalanced. So you're not allowing, you know, the balance of your boundaries and being vulnerable, right? And I feel it's because you feel that you don't have the strength to be able to do that, right? So whether you're just beat down from, you know, things that have happened to you, or, you know, people not pouring back into you the way that you have needed them to. And I did air quotations because we actually really don't need anything from anyone else. We can provide that for ourselves. Like we can provide that unconditional love, right? Because we need to unconditionally love ourselves. We can offer that authenticity by being authentic with ourselves, with our emotions and fears and things of that nature. You are way stronger than you give yourself credit for, right? You are the Emperor and Magician and King of emotions. And until you make this decision, which I feel that this Valentine's Day would be a really good day. Obviously, this is the day we're reading on. I feel you should really take Valentine's Day to assess what it is that you like, the choice that you want to make. Like, do you want to stay stuck where you are, or do you want to live your life in poetry? And once you make this decision, this ending of a cycle will happen for you, which will stop the exhaustion, right? The constant loop of self-doubt and negative talk and, so, you know, repressing your emotions and, you know, not being true to you, right? It'll stop that exhaustion for you. And it'll also stop blocking all of the celebrations in your life, right? Like the celebration of a lifelong partnership, of standing in your power, of being balanced, shining as, you know, the brilliant soul that you are, this cup that just overflows with, you know, love and acceptance and all of that. You'll unblock this Three of Inspirations, this Three of Wands. So that is all I'm getting from the tarot. So now I want to get you some advice from Spirit, okay? Anything that I might have missed, anything they feel is important to let you know. Okay. Let's see. What advice does Spirit have for you? Okay. What advice do you have for group 3 for Spirit? What advice do you have? Okay. Ooh, we have cracked open. I love this. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. How perfect. Spirit is really, really stressing. You know what decision you need to make. And I would say set the intention that this Valentine's Day 2022, you are going to step into your power, choose to break the cycle, become balanced, be your authentic self, be that ray of love and hope that you want to attract, okay? And if you do already have your person in your life, Valentine's Day would be a good day to open up to them, okay? It might help you to write everything down first, and like you can go into as much detail as you want writing it down. I know I write way better than I speak because my thoughts just run way too fast for me to be able to keep up with them, and then I need time to process what I want to say and everything. And that also goes with the setting the intention of real communication, right? To foster building that solid foundation in relationship. So if you have your special person, really take the time to figure out what it is that you want to express to them. You know, it could be traumas, past traumas, it could be fears, even just random thoughts, like real, and also let them know how you feel. You know, everybody deserves to, especially if they stir such, and you'll know when someone stirs true unconditional love. It is, I can't even describe it. You will know, okay? And when they inspire you to be your best self, when they inspire you to make those changes, and honestly, I think that a lot of you actually already know your person, your 10 of emotions person. I feel you already know them, and you've been going back and forth with wanting to really let them in. Well, this is your confirmation. Let them in, okay? You gotta be vulnerable. Really let them in. Let them see you for you, okay? And then we have inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. I love it when Spirit confirms what I'm saying, okay? Trust me, as someone who has been very closed off most of their life and never really expressed themselves, I can tell you it is by far the scariest thing that I've ever done was starting to really open up to people, specifically my person, okay? And terrifying. And I've been in the military, okay? I've had some, and plus just as a civilian, I've had some insane, you know, situations happen that I can say pretty confidently most people would not handle very well, you know, due to fear. And, you know, being vulnerable is by far the most terrifying thing I've ever done. But you will survive it, okay? This is your means to a new beginning. This is the means to the life that you want. Okay, let's get one more piece of advice from Spirit. Please give us one more piece of advice for group 3, Spirit. One more piece of advice for group 3. Oh, okay, that card bent. Let's see what it says. Okay, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Your person, this is a soul connection. Okay. This is a soul connection. This is part of your soul family. However you resonate, soul family, soulmates, twin flame, however, things will be revealed to you, like just massive amounts of downloads will start coming to you from your spiritual team and divine once you crack yourself open. I'm being called to do one more piece of advice, so let's pull one more card. What is your last piece of advice for group 3, please, Spirit? Okay. We have the 7 Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. So they're just really, really nailing it home that you need to express yourself, okay? Good things will come of it, I promise. So that is everything that I'm getting for you. I want to thank you so very much for taking the time to watch. I hope it resonated. If parts of it didn't, just leave that. Don't let it take away from you. Don't try to force it to fit if it doesn't. If you did resonate, please like, comment, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you're notified when I post new videos. I do hope you have the most blessed evening or day whenever you're watching, and just thank you. Okay, bye guys.